there was a witness. Verses 33 through 35. Look how they responded. Once they recognized it was Jesus, they got up and they returned at once to Jerusalem. Let's remind ourselves that it was too dark. It was too dark for Jesus to continue wherever he was going. And so the two followers said, no, Jesus, it's way too dark, it's way too late. You come with us and you stay with us. But now, in that same lack of light, in that same darkness, they went back to Jerusalem and found the disciples. And they said, it's true. The Lord's risen and he's appeared to Simon. And then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. Oh, this just hit me. You ready? It was so dark. They begged Jesus not to go out in the dark. They begged Jesus to stay with them because it was so dark. But in the midst of the darkness, they had a message to tell that Jesus is alive. Oh, man. You see, here's the deal. You don't have to wait for the darkness to lift in order to be a witness for God. You don't have to wait until you figured it all out before you could share that you've got a message. You might say, you know what? I was a hot mess on that road on the way to home, but then I met Jesus. I encountered Jesus, and he changed me. I have recognized Jesus in my situation, so I'm not just going to keep it for myself. Even in the midst of my darkness, I haven't even figured all this out yet, but here's what I know. I am going to depend on Jesus, and you can too. I've seen Jesus, and you can too. I have experienced Jesus, and you can too. In the midst of the darkness, there is a witness. Oh man, when you know that you've encountered the resurrected Jesus, you have to share that. You have to. Man, did you catch that? A lot of us think we got to have our act together before we could share a testimony, before we could share what Jesus has done. We got to have it all together. And Jesus gives you permission. While you're still figuring this out, while you still might be in the darkness still. So I don't know how he disappeared. I don't know how he did this, but we got to tell the guys. I mean, now it makes sense because when he spoke the word, it burned in our hearts. We got to tell them. We got to encourage somebody. And you might not have it all thought out. You haven't intellectualized the whole thing. You've not been able to package it. All you know is that I have seen him. I have met him. I've experienced him. And get ready, because you're going to as well. Get ready, because when he spoke to me on my 7-mile journey, he can speak to you in yours. When he spoke to me in the midst of my physical crisis, he could speak to yours. Could it be that God even allows us to be on those 7-mile journeys knowing that there is a crowd of people that have to hear about your experience with Jesus Christ?